is up, Bull Nation, and welcome to today's video. Boy, do I have a video that you guys are gonna love, and you guys are gonna abuse this like crazy because this is the best PvP build ever. I mean, it is super tanky. You're gonna be able to tank anything that hits you, and you're gonna deal so much damage, the enemy's not gonna know what to do with you. Now, if that sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated. And I want you to do me a favor, guys. You see this guy right here that we just killed? I need you to remember him because there is actually a story behind this person and this foe. So make sure you guys keep it locked. So this particular build, guys, is really, really powerful because it does two major things. Number one, it makes you into an Iron Man. Hence the name of this build, Iron Man Build. This thing is automatically awesome. And what could be more awesome than giving you the ability to actually become full iron? Yes, guys, you will convert yourself into full complete iron and will be able to tank anything. You see this sword, blasphemous sword that actually got thrown at me? Tanked. You see this lightning rod that got thrown to me? Tanked. I am telling you, this thing automatically destroys. When you get close to the enemy or the enemies, they won't be able to do anything but hide and go back to their mama's closets and be like, no, mama, I died by a man who was actually wearing a mask that looked like a fly. I am telling you guys right now, it is crazy, crazy OP, guys. But remember I told you guys at the beginning of the video to remember this, to remember the person we were killing? Well, let me tell you guys a story. So I did this on purpose because I wanted to showcase the power of this build and what we're doing in the different times we're actually casting this build. So the first time, I don't know if you guys know, but when you play PvP, if you stay within the same vicinity and you actually get killed by someone, you're going to be able to summon the person back up again until they leave the area. And usually people don't leave the area until they get their revenge. So I did this on purpose. I started up the lobby, and I first came into the lobby showcasing the build, not to the full potential, but just showcasing it, what it actually does, and showing him that he could actually kill me because I was almost invulnerable because I am walking so slowly, right? So as you guys see right here, guys, he's fighting me. He throws the blasphemous blade, and I take no damage. I was like, bro, come on, please, bro, please. But then he starts getting a little bit more creative, okay, and he kills me, and then he came and teabagged me. At this time, I said, this guy deserves a lesson. I'm going to have to pull out the full potential of this build, not once, but twice. So here we go, guys. We came again, and we summoned again in the same location. And yes, he was still here. He was trying to bloviate. And this time around, he was like, oh, man, this guy's going to be cakewalk. But what I want you to notice here is, guys, that the first time I came in here, you guys noticed that I was wearing two seals, right? I wasn't wearing my little blade. And the reason why we want to run this blade is because this particular blade gives us the ability to actually use a dodge effect when we have our cast available. So that is extremely important. Later in the video, I'll explain it more in detail, but I just want you to pay attention to the kind of, the fight that's going on here. As you guys see, since I have my blade, I was able to close in the gap, summon the Iron Man build, and boom, bada bang, he is dead. And of course, he deserved the teabag, because, we got to give it back, right? So, I said, you know what, self, this man could probably think that we got lucky this time around. Why don't we do it a third time? Let's see if we can do it a third time. La tercera, la vencida, right? That's what they said. So we decided to go up in there, and we're like, let's do it a third time. Hopefully he stayed in here, and he wants his revenge. So I came back in here, and guess what? He was back. And this time around, he was like, I'm going to be a little bit more slick. I'm actually going to throw bolts at this man. So I was weaving and dodging and weaving. And as you guys see, I full face tanked the iron rod that he threw, the little lightning rod he threw. I was like, bruh, come on, bruh. Come on. Don't even try me. And then I said, right, now it's time to end this and put this man out of his misery and show him who is boss. So that's exactly what we did, guys. We cast the Iron Man build once again, and that man didn't even know what hit him. It was over. And of course, we had to hit him with a teabag because, he asked for it. He asked for it. I mean, come on, boys. We had to do it. So what exactly is going on in this build? Now you're probably wondering, Laser, what is this build? Because I haven't seen this build anywhere. What exactly is this? Well, of course, I got to give a quick shout out to my boy Adam. He actually put this build together, so kudos to him. I did go ahead and change it just a tad bit to make it my own. But let me explain to you guys and tell you guys exactly what's going on in the build and what you need to do to make this build as powerful as my build currently is. So let's go ahead and break down exactly what we have. Then I'm going to tell you guys where I dumped all the points, so you guys can have a better idea of what we're doing here. So for equipment, guys, we are running double dragon communion seals. Now, the reason we run these double dragon community seals is because when we have both of them out, we get double the buff, right? So basically, this is going to buff Arcane. If we have one out, it's going to give us a buff of 10%. If we have one out, it's going to give us a buff. If we have both of them, it double buffs the Arcane damage, which is extremely important because this particular incantation has a build with Arcane. It helps it out. It scales a little with that. Next up, guys, we're running a dagger. This one doesn't really matter what dagger you're using. The only thing that matters is that you have the Bloodhound step activated for whatever dagger or weapon you're using. So those are the main things. Now, for the Dragon's Communion Seals, I have a guide showing you guys exactly where to pick it up. So if you don't have this, definitely check the channel. You're more than welcome to find it where you can find this. Now, the next thing we're running, guys, is the Incantation Scarab. Now, this particular Scarab, guys, is really powerful because it does some really cool stuff. For example, it gives you the ability to reduce the FP cost of the incantation. So whenever you use your incantation, you're going to be able to reduce the cost of that incantation. It does increase the damage you take, but since you become Iron Man, it doesn't really matter because you are going to be able to reduce the FP consumption, but still be able to tank things. I have a guide showing you guys where to pick this one up if you guys want to go ahead and pick it up if you don't have it within your arsenal. Next up, guys, we have the Commoner's Garb. Now, this particular one, the reason why we are running this one is because this actually gives us the ability to get one more point. Of course, guys, as you see right here, it allows us to get one more point into Faith, which this is a very powerful Faith build, and we're combining Faith and Arcane, so it makes it really dope. Next up, guys, these two don't really matter. We're just trying to keep it as light as possible. As for our talismans, guys, we're running the Flock Canvas Talisman. This is going to greatly raise the potency of the incantation. Really effective. We're running the Radagon Icon. This shortens the spell casting time, so that means that incantation is going to be taking a shorter time to actually cast. Next up, we're running the Kerrigan's Vilgrid Crest. This is going to allow us to lower the FP consumption by the skills. Really important because we want to make sure we keep that FP cost down in case we need to, use that, dodging and dodging with our weapon there more often. And last but not least, we're running the Faithful Canvas Talisman. This is going to rate the potency of the incantation. Theoretically, if you guys want to boost your incantations just a little bit more, you could go with this one, which is going to greatly boost the attack power of skills. If you wanted just to, give that a little bit more of an increment. Now, the only thing that we're actually running that you're probably saying, Laser, how are you becoming Iron Man? What we're running is this, guys. We are going to be showing you guys something that you probably haven't seen before. And these are the Iron Jarred Aromatics. This uses FP to temporarily turn Wielder's body into steel. So that is how we become Iron Man. Because when we actually consume this, it allows us to become fully fresh steel, making it the Iron Man build because you're completely invulnerable from any damage for a total of 10 seconds. That's why it's extremely important to get up close to the enemy when you cast this, and that's why it's very important to have that dagger, because once this is casted, the dagger is going to allow us to use that Bloodhound step so we can close in the gap and cast our incantation, making it really powerful, really potent, and by far the best build in PvP, because not only are you able to tank anything for 10 seconds, but in addition to that, you're able to kill multiple enemies at once with the same incantation. So what else are we using to actually make this even better? Well, as you guys saw on my third time I fought the guys, I actually popped a Wondrous Physics. Now the Wondrous Physics have the following. We have the Crucilian Hidden Tear. This is going to eliminate all the FP consumption. So for that 10 seconds that we have this activated, the FP consumption is going to be null. It's not going to be, we're not going to take anything. Next up, guys, we're also going to do this one, which is the Crimson Horror Bubble Tier. This is going to convert damage received into HP in mixed physics. So anytime you go ahead and get hit, it's going to automatically convert that damage into health, making you super tanky. Not only are you Iron Man, but you're able to absorb that damage and convert that damage into health, making you extremely, extremely powerful. Now for our Great Ruin, guys, we're using Riker's Great Ruin, which is going to restore your HP upon defeating enemies. This is only if you're fighting multiple enemies, you're going to be getting that health back, so not that much of a benefit here, but it's always good to have it just to get that HP back. And of course, what makes this build extremely potent is the incantation we're using, which is called the Endurable Frenzy. Now I have a video showing casing where exactly you could pick this up. There are a couple of videos that really don't show you where to pick this up, so I wanted to put a video out, guys, so you guys know the exact location where you guys can pick this up without getting lost or any problems. Video is linked in the description. Now the last thing that we're going to be talking about, guys, is two things. You're probably wondering, Laser, that is pretty awesome, but how the heck do I actually get the Iron Jarred Aromatic? Well, in order for you guys to get the Iron Jarred Aromatic, you're actually going to need the Performer Cookbook number 3. So if you guys haven't picked that up and you would like to see a guide where to pick it up, because it's a little bit sketchy where to pick it up, let me know in the comment section down below. We'll put a guide for you guys so you guys know where to pick it up, so you guys can go ahead and craft these. Now, these are the only ways you're able to get that. Once you have that, guys, all you got to do is craft them and you guys should be good to go. Now, you're probably wondering, Laser, that's dope, but what stats do you have and why? So we're running 40 Vigor. The reason why we're running 40 Vigor is because we want to make sure we take a hit in case we take one. We're running 40 Mind. We just used a lot of FP, so we want to make sure that our Mind is pretty high up there and we're able to take that. Endurance, we have it at 15. You don't need any more than that. Strength is at 9. You don't need any more than that. Dexterity is at 12. Don't need more than that. Intelligence, 16. Faith, we have it at 51. It's actually at 50, but remember, we're getting that extra point from the chest piece. And Arcane, we have it at 50 as well, making this build extremely powerful and extremely potent. If you don't have a level 150 character and you have a level 25, just reduce 10 points from Faith and 10 points from Arcane, and just take away another 5 points from Vigor, and you guys should be good to go, keeping you at 125. And there you guys have it. That is the most powerful PvP build currently right now in the internet. I hope you guys are enjoying our Elden Ring content. If you are, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on all your notifications so you guys won't miss when our videos go live. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.